episode of the 3 Count Out podcast. You saw me on Rampage this Friday, and you'll see me on Collision tonight. My name is Era V1, and this week I am joined by my two Motor City machine guns.
I'm Mike, and yeah, we had some wrestling to recap. We have some other stuff on the horizons. It's looking good. I'm excited.
And I'm the visual depiction of untreated mental illness. Hi, I'm Jackal.
Oh.
I haven't been to a doctor in a long time. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, I don't have. Yeah, we don't have a code for anything like that, so I don't know how to help you.
Wait, do we not have insurance yet? Do we not?
No.
Oh.
No, we don't have insurance. No.
No. Do we even have dental?
No, we don't have dental. But I do have some good news of what we do have. Because, gentlemen, we have our first official, not sponsorship, partnership with, drum roll please, Combat Zone Wrestling. Yes, that's right. We are partnering with the legendary CZW, the people that have brought you Tournament of Death and Cage of Death and just other deathmatch. They have a deathmatch corner. I went over to their school and I saw it. It's a corner with a bunch of deathmatch shit. It's really cool. But yeah, we're partnering with CZW. So we're going to be helping CZW just make content and stuff. So just go over to their socials. CZW is still very much a thing. They are running an insane amount of events. If you are in the New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, that kind of area. In fact, the day that you are listening to this on Saturday, they are running an event in Love Park in Philadelphia for free. You just walk up, you watch some wrestling. It's going to be great. For free. It's called We Love Pro Wrestling, and we do love pro wrestling. They run them. They're running those shows monthly. So once a month, every month, the whole summer, there is free wrestling in Love Park. And I don't know if you guys know about this, but CZW, they've announced this, that they're bringing back Leo Rush. He's coming over.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't tell me this. Whoa, dude. Yeah. Okay, that's actually really huge. Whoa.
Yeah, that was they announced that. They have so that's their Limelight 27 show. That's going to be on I think it's the first weekend of July. I think it's the 7th,
which is soon.
Yeah.
The people that don't know, because I'm sure there are some people that, they watch the big ones and that's about it. Who were some notable names that have been on CZW?
Well, there's been a lot of notable names on CZW. And I'm not even saying that as a joke. We're just gonna go down a list here. The list starts in alphabetical order with AJ Styles. You go down a little bit more, and you get down to people that are on AEW right now: Claudio Castagnoli, Chuck Taylor. People that are on WWE right now: CM Punk. You got Eddie Kingston. You have El Generico, not Sami Zayn. El Generico. Yeah, he was there for a little. Yeah.
I heard they're friends though.
Yeah, they are friends though. Jay Lethal, Jay Briscoe, John Moxley.
What?
I mean, literally, the list goes quite literally on and on. For those that don't know, CCW is like probably one of the best WWE feeders out there, and it doesn't even feel right calling them that because, quite frankly, right now they are their own damn product. And they still do the deathmatch shit, but they also have really fucking good wrestling.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Let's be honest here. I mean, for God's sake, they're throwing this. It says we love wrestling. Like,
yes,
we do. We're wrestling fans at the end of the day. I know, people are always excited to see the big names, the big moves, the big spots, the big amounts of blood. But when you boil it down to it, you strip everything away. Just wrestling. It's wrestling at its core, and that's what we love. And that is what I would want to go see if I was on the East Coast, because I'm not.
I'll be there. I'll be there. So yeah, we'll be at CZ. Well, I'll be at CZW events as I can be. And I guess, hey, Jackal and Mike, there's always an open invitation. I have a couch. Actually, I have 2 couches, one for both of them. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna be helping out with making content and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see what we're doing, the best way to do that is to go to CZW socials, go to their YouTube, their TikTok, and their Twitter. I'm sure you'll see stuff that we're editing for them and creating for them all throughout there. I don't really want to go into too many details because that's part of the fun. But what that also means for us is that we'll probably have some interviews coming up. So, we're going to have some CZW talent on, just kind of as we can. I really want to try to get something maybe in person at a show or something like that. So we'll see. But fucking stay tuned because we're about to fucking hit the ground running with stuff to make. We're going to have too much content, honestly. But before we get into that, we have to talk about... No, it's not a bad thing at all. But before we get into that, we have to talk about what happened last weekend as Drew McIntyre got fucked out of his championship. Screwed over by CM Punk. We're starting right there.
Yeah.
Well, Scotland. You know, my friend Owen is actually in Scotland right now because Scotland almost went 0-3 by having all of their local heroes almost all lose. That would have been really, really rough. Yeah. I don't want to get into the match details just yet because I saw one thing that happened on TikTok. The match concluded, Drew went to the back, and when Samantha got on the microphone to be like, she basically just said, well, Scotland, that's the end of Clash at the Castle, expecting like a yippee. Instead, she got booed out of the building, and she said, she didn't say, like, sorry about it or anything. She doubled down on it and said, look, I'm sorry it didn't end the way that you wanted it to, but get home safe. And then she left and proceeded to get booed even harder as she walked away. Scotland is burning right now after that main event for a very, very good reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those ones where you're like, he might actually, like, he has a real chance of winning this time, and you were ready for it. It was exciting, and then just nothing. Just snatched away again. Poor Drew.
Just like how those ropes snatched Damien's foot.
Yeah, those ropes were apparently a problem all night. So in the beginning I saw a clip. I think I retweeted it, so it's probably on our Twitter somewhere. But in the first match, like when AJ and Cody were making their entrances, AJ gets in the ring and the ref goes over to the rope and pulls on it, and you can see him be like, they're loose. Like, so I don't know what the fuck happened, but I guess they were loose during that match. Jade had a springboard that she fell because the rings or the ropes were loose.
That does explain that.
Yeah, so apparently that was just a problem all night. But yeah,
why wouldn't you fix that?
I don't know why they didn't fix it. I assume, and this is pure speculation, I assume that WWE was using. I assume they were using somebody who was maybe more familiar with like setting up a boxing ring. Like, I don't think that was their normal ring crew. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it just was. I feel like because they were in Scotland, it wasn't their normal ring crew. WWE, they do plenty of UK shows. Like, they have their own ring there. They have that's there. So like, that was a WWE ring. It's not like they were. It's not like they went to ICW or whatever and like, hey, we need to borrow this for a night. But I feel like it just probably wasn't their normal crew. But those ropes were definitely an issue. And thank God Damian Priest I guess didn't really break his ankle, because I mean, no one said he's hurt, and he finished the match. And honestly,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I was a Damian Priest hater before this match. I can't be a Damian Priest hater now. That's one tough son of a bitch. He hit a razor's edge with one foot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Well, I know Triple H was talking about it afterwards, and he's like, they're saying he's not injured right now, but
yeah. Well, yeah, it's Triple H trying to bail himself
adrenaline
out.
is a hell of a drug.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I can't really be angry. I mean, I am angry about the ending of that match. I feel like Drew should have won. However, I can't be angry about how they did it, because like the camera angle of the, like, you could see like the wide shot, you could see Punk running out, but it was in the crowd, so you couldn't make out that it was Punk. He had the sleeves on to cover the tattoos. He slides into the ring, and it's a shot from the back. Like, that was just so perfect. And I didn't know it was CM Punk when he slid in the ring. I was like, oh my God, I thought it was a slow count, and that was just because, I thought he was just going to kick out or whatever. But no, I mean, it was awesome. I think Drew should have won, especially when you build a whole pay-per-view around him. And he literally couldn't be any more of a babyface in that moment while he's in his hometown, and his wife apparently went into emergency surgery right before the match. Like, he couldn't have been billed any more of like the ultimate Superman in that moment. I don't know, man. I would have had him win, but I have a roadmap I haven't figured out. So
okay,
this is how they were able to talk Drew into losing. This is their plan. So Drew lost.
Give me your head cannon. Let me hear it.
Drew lost. So that means that Gunther, the King of the Ring, is going to challenge at SummerSlam.
Which he has like disappeared since winning King of the Ring, essentially.
Yes, I feel like he's probably going to come back tonight. For context, again, as I always give, we record these before Raw. But I feel like he's going to carry it through Berlin. That makes sense. And he'll probably also carry it through Crown Jewel. So the next two PLEs, I think Gunther is going to lose to Drew at SummerSlam. I don't know how that match is going to work. I don't know how that's going to get set up. But I feel like Drew is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. Punk is then going to win the Rumble. Then we get Drew versus Punk at Mania.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm here, but I don't know if I'm getting the timeline confused or what. Because it's going to be Damian, Gunther, SummerSlam, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So Damian, Gunther, SummerSlam. Gunther wins at SummerSlam.
Uh-huh.
The next two PLEs are Bash in Berlin and Crown Jewel.
Got it.
Gunther's going to retain during both of those. I assume he's going to have defenses. I feel like Gunther's going to be the dude to defend it all the time.
Right.
So then, I don't know how they're going to set this up, but after Crown Jewel is Survivor Series. So I feel like at that point, they're going to get Drew back in there. I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe he's going to win some fucking battle royal, or maybe he wins Money in the Bank. I don't know, I don't know how that works, but
I think my concussions are starting to add up. I think my brain thought you said SummerSlam after Bash at the Berlin and Crown Jewel. So I was like, wait, he wins it at SummerSlam, but then he loses it at SummerSlam. The concussions are piling up. That was on me.
It's okay.
That's
CTE is real. It's okay. It
is. It really is. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because we can get, because we're getting Drew Punk SummerSlam right now. Like in August, that has to be a match. Yeah. But that doesn't mean anything. Like a rubber match needs to be immediately afterward. We can have that, finish it, and have them go two separate directions and reconverge back again at WrestleMania. I like it.
I feel like this is a rivalry that can go on for a very long time, just because of the fact that Drew was screwed out in his hometown. Like, there's no other way where you could tell me that you convinced Drew McIntyre to lay there and take a fucking pin in front of his friends and family. There's no way.
They're just two petty bitches, and I want more. I'm needy. I need more of this feud. And tonight on Raw, as again, like Era said, we are recording this before Raw goes live. Punk has said on the post PLE presser that he is not going to be at Raw tonight, and Drew is going to be. He's going to be by himself without a Punk. I hope he just goes ape shit. I hope he goes like AWOL and holds up the ring. He starts beating up Michael Cole. Pat McAfee has to call him a big, beautiful Scottish bastard to calm him down again. He starts beating up security guards. They got to get him out of the ring to do that, whatever. I just want Drew to get turned into like a freaking tornado and run rampant on Monday Night Raw. That's what I want. I think that'll give a shot of adrenaline into the arm of this feud.
Yeah, Triple H has done this thing before where he starts the show off with a brawl, like them just fucking fighting out, and you know, like his Vince McMahon always liked to start with a promo or whatever, but Triple H, he'll just throw you right into it, and he's just like, yeah, fuck it, why not? They're all fighting, why not? And I really think that's how tonight should start, by just Drew McIntyre ripping through everybody. I feel like that should just be the thing the entire night. Is just he's trying to find like whoever was responsible for that, you know?
Like prime, like I'm not finished with you, Braun Strowman type of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh, I'm for it. Give it to me. Give it to me. You know what else you should give to me? Another match we can talk about.
Well, another match that we can talk about. A Scottish person who did win. Two Scottish people who did win, actually. The Unholy Union, apparently, the team of Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they defeated Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Last week, I said that I thought that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill were only given a 3-way, so that way they could squash two people at once. I stand corrected. I mean, they did, but they also lost. So
they did squash very much indeed, but
they also lost.
Oh boy,
Go ahead.
Oh gosh, I'm just so happy for them. Like I don't often cry with wrestling moments very often. You know, usually when it comes to the big ones, I do, of course, you know, like a Yeselmania, what have you, whatever, it don't matter. This moment actually got me really sort of verklempt and teary-eyed. Yeah. It was just so pure of just seeing two people so excited who've worked so hard and so long for this. Even though I'm very well aware FGK has no clue who either of them are. If he was here, he'd go, who? But they are
he's not here, so we don't have to explain it.
Yeah, Cora Jade. Yeah, my favorite tag champion.
Cora Jade's on NXT.
Exactly. I think. I mean, some people probably would say, and by some people I mean wrestling Twitter, because wrestling Twitter is never happy, especially when it comes to fans of the women's division. I know people would want Bianca and Jade to hold those titles until they're old and gray and drop them just because, you know, they're 90 years old. But like,
yeah,
I'm going to make such a scolding hot take here. Bianca and Jade are a little too good for the tag division. I'm sorry. I think I much rather prefer seeing Jade's work as a solo wrestler. I much rather see Bianca's work as a solo wrestler. They elevated the tag titles, yes, for the period of time that they have them, but I really, really enjoyed those two more as singles wrestlers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that I also enjoy them more as singles wrestlers. I think that's where they belong. That being said, I mean, as long as they keep putting these belts on the show, keeping them active, great. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Keep on moving them around, keep on doing stuff, because they need to be. I mean, when they had, Naomi and Sasha as the champs, it was just like, here you go. Okay, bye.
Okay. Good luck. God bless.
Yeah.
We saw how that worked out.
Well, exactly. And the ending was good. I like the way they did it. It didn't really make Jade and Bianca look weak because it was just a German suplex, got her out of the way, then they were being held down. Pin. Clean. Shayna taking the loss again. Sad for her.
It was chaotic.
But yeah, it was a good ending. Get them on TV more, though. Get them on TV.
Yes.
Make them do stuff.
Yes.
Keep it involved, because I don't want it to be like, here's the belts. Now let's focus on Jade and Bianca doing other stuff. What about the belts? Huh? What belts?
Sorry, I was also full disclosure, I was clocked in at work while trying to watch the pay-per-view.
At 3 or 4 in the afternoon, this match.
Are these two on Raw or SmackDown?
SmackDown.
But,
yeah.
Okay.
I believe because of these belts, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
do both.
Because
they don't have a big enough women's tag team division.
I feel like with WWE moving to Netflix, I feel like it's going to have a lot more opportunities for people to get spotlights. I know there's been an argument made on the internet where it's like, WWE needs to go back to 2 hours for Monday nights. They need to keep SmackDown 2 hours, this, that. But they also want to add a mid-card women's title. They want to get the women's tag titles more spotlight. They want to give more spotlight to the normal mid-card titles, the men's tag titles. There's all these people who need screen time for you to give a shit about, and I think the move to Netflix will be perfect because my little cinematography movie brain kind of firing on all cylinders here. I think if they go to Netflix for at least the first night, if not maybe the first month, should be ad-free? Question mark?
That is going to be so. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you can get ad-free tiers in Netflix.
But it's on.
Are there ads on Netflix?
I don't get any.
Are there? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't use Netflix that much. I don't fucking know.
That's fine.
I have a Netflix account, but I never sign in.
I think there's a free tier, and I think the free tier gets ads, or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, like, I can pay $5 a month and not get ads?
I want to say that's correct. Again, speaking out of my head here.
I mean, I know I spend more than $5 a month for fucking
yeah, I wish it was $5 a month. Good Lord. And again, full transparency, I was on my parents' Netflix account for years. So, again, just speaking from a little bit of experience. But
I feel like we all were. You know, we all stayed on our parents' Netflix account as long as possible.
Just the move is going to give more time for things to breathe, more time for connections to wrestlers to be made. And if these two have the tag titles by that point, which I think is going to be Christmas or like 2025 or something,
I think it's January is when they make the move.
There you go. I'm for these two holding it. I don't know if they will. I'm not going to stake my house on it, but I'm ready to watch them grow with those titles, because I have not cared about the women's tag since the Iconics had them. Iconic.
You got to do the pose.
Yeah, I'm doing it in my chair right now. You can't see it.
I can hear it. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I mean,
I can hear your pose.
I like the fact that WWE gave them an actual tag team name, because that's my personal pet peeve. I don't like when tag teams are just like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Like, give them a name.
Steve. Oh, thanks.
Well,
wow.
It just makes them feel like more of a put together unit, you know, like it's
a team.
It's not Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. It's FTR, you know,
exactly.
So I mean, when you give them a name that gives them an identity, gives them something to get behind, and I feel like that's going to be good.
Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Yeah, and they always fuck up their own hand symbol thing.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, did they not agree on what hand signal to do beforehand?
Yeah,
practice
they're guessing. It's one. It's one of them. You know.
It's one of them.
But you know,
I know exactly what you mean.
You talked a little bit about the men's mid card title. Let's talk about that because the WWE Intercontinental Championship. This is another match that I was wrong about. I thought it was going to be Chad Gable's moment, but what the fuck do I know? Because Sami Zayn fucking defended, and he's still our Intercontinental Champion. And listen, I'm not against Sami Zayn being the Intercontinental Champion. I like Sami Zayn. How can you not like Sami Zayn? Also, the crowd was fucking loud as shit for Sami Zayn. They had like the little decibel meter thing, and it hit like 100 decibels, which is like a fucking fighter jet. That's insane.
Scotland.
Yeah, that's insane. But like, I'm not against Sami Zayn being the Intercontinental Champion, but Chad Gable, man, he needs a fucking belt around his waist. And I feel like the United States just wouldn't look as good.
Chad doesn't need a belt at this point. Chad just needs a single win. One.
That too.
One win. Like, I'm sitting here racking my brain.
Weight. He's got to cut the dead weight. Why has he got Maxine out there, bro? She's got a broken ankle.
Hopefully
also,
tonight.
I love how she has a broken ankle, yet she's still wearing fucking heels on the other foot.
Well, listen. She has to have her class, okay? She can't just be out there.
I respect it. I'm not talking shit. I respect it. Remember Max Dupree?
We don't talk about that. Never happened.
Right. Never happened. Speaking of matches that I forgot that happened, how about Bayley versus Piper Niven?
I will say,
WWE Women's title.
A beautiful crucifix driver.
Yeah. That's a. Can she have that as her finish, please? Because the Rose Plant looks like shit. And she did do the belly to belly. Yeah. I saw the what do they call it? Like a fucking super belly to belly or whatever. When she was on the top rope.
When she doesn't have the ropes. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's cool. I fuck with that. But like that crucifix driver, that was cool. That's a move that you don't see a lot. Yeah.
No. And with that logic in of itself, please give it to her. Please, I know Bayley like, ooh, flowers, and I'm from Egypt or whatever, even though I think I'm Puerto Rican, but oh boy, roses, Oh, it's just, I'm gonna wrap your hand around my leg and just sort of bonk your head into the crucifix driver. Book it, sign it, seal it, print it. Done. End of discussion. It sucks for Piper Niven, similar to Drew in a way, I guess, because just looking at her face afterwards, I was like, oh, that. Whereas I was like happy crying with the other two, seeing her face afterwards broke my heart. She was just like, well, now what, huh?
Yeah, the Scotland buff did not come through.
No,
I thought that Scotland was going home pretty fucking happy, but boy was I wrong.
Sweep, Jeebus. I do think.
I mean, the one good thing is she got to show off, kind of.
True.
You know, she got to show what great. She can do.
I'm so.
It would have been worse if she tried, and all of a sudden it was like, "Wow, you are terrible."
This was a waste of time, huh?
No, Piper Niven's always been great. She just never gets TV time.
I'm also glad she was.
Well, that's
doing
because
this.
Vince didn't like, big people.
Yeah, no,
right?
Vince didn't get a boner when he looked at her.
He liked.
He paired her with Chelsea Green.
He didn't like big women.
True.
And I'm also glad that she did this as Piper Niven and not motherfucking Dewdrop as well. I'm so glad that she was able to do this with her. Look
at this big intimidating woman,
Dewdrop. I just know that Def Rebel would do some shitty entrance thing. Dewdrop and that stock generic guitar.
Did you hear what they did to Chelsea Green?
Chelsea Green!
They took Samantha Irvin and just put her in the... You can't do that. That's like... That's like AI coming in and replacing your job. What the fuck?
It's so bad. It's so bad. Def Rebel biting the curb in 4K. I can't seem to find that footage anywhere.
God, I wish.
I'm sorry, man. I try to be nice and, see the brighter side of things. I don't see any positive thing involving Def Rebel whatsoever.
Def Rebel has made some bangers. Okay, they have. I'll give them credit. Joe Gacy's theme, amazing. Def Rebel, I love it. However, when you look at what the good themes are in WWE, you're not going to find many that are Def Rebel.
No, not in the slightest.
I'm going to say, in the grand scheme of things, right now, Def Rebel is probably the worst fucking band making music for WWE. And they're the only band making music for WWE. So,
I never thought I'd see the day when I want CFOs back. Like that's saying something. I did not like them at first. They grew on me. I was glad that they were gone. But boy, please, please. I know Jim's old. I want Jim. I know he's old. He probably likes Vince. Ugh.
Pull him out of retirement. Fucking put a guitar in his hand.
Couple bucks.
And tell him to play Broken Dreams again. So that way we can bring it back.
Please. And not just the intro.
Which, now that we know that Drew lost, I'm glad they didn't bring back Broken Dreams. Although, I do think that if Drew McIntyre is going to go full, Scottish psychopath and just ripping and tearing through everything, I think tonight they should bring back Broken Dreams. I think that, just bring it back on a random Raw and just be like, this is his character change. Bam. And then, at that moment, that's when he starts hitting that stride.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
We got about 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm. But we also got one more match to talk about, a Clash of the Castle. This was a match that opened the night, and this was a great match. What a hell of an opener. In an I Quit match, it was Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And Cody Rhodes retained. He went full fucking Homelander and bashed AJ Styles' head in with steel steps. There were some handcuffs involved. There were some KK bastard chants.
KK bastard. KK bastard.
Cody Rhodes' mom slapped AJ in the face 4 or 5 times. Why not, man?
The one issue I have with this, I know I'm probably in the minority here. I feel like Mama Rhodes is starting to overstay her welcome a little bit.
I don't know why the fuck she was there.
Because it made sense with Dwayne. It made sense. He called her out on Instagram that I'm going to make your kid bleed. I'm going to put his blood on this belt. I'm going to give you this belt. So they went, okay, we need to probably have her here then. So that can get concluded.
And the WrestleMania was about Cody's family and the people that he surrounded himself with. Yeah, that makes sense.
This was a one-off with AJ Styles.
No, there was no reason. There was no reason for his mom to be there. None at all.
It's called she wanted to see Scotland. Duh.
But what was the point of having her out ringside? If she was there and she wants to see, she wants to watch her son wrestle, cool. Don't they have boxes for that? Why is she out ringside?
Well, she's old.
The only reason why she was out there was to slap AJ in the face, and it didn't do anything.
No, that was just a coincidence. Her hand, she slipped.
Oh, right. Mama Rose slipped, right.
Whoops.
She slipped 4 or 5 times and called him a son of a bitch.
Hey, she has a stutter. Don't.
Son of a bitch. I'm so slipping. Whoops. Oh, no. I hit that nice young man. Oh,
and
no.
If you had the chance to sit in a box or sit front row at a premium live event, what would you pick?
No, I get it. I understand.
Backstage.
Actually, yeah. But... why was she involved in the match? You could have had the same match without her slapping AJ Styles in the face. It's just such a random thing. And it's like, this is the problem. Because like now AJ, he just got like, he can't do anything about that. He tried to hit her with a chair. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
And Cody just pulled her into the ring, like pulled him in, not a problem,
And he really isn't going to be able to do anything about it now because he's getting shipped off to Pro Wrestling Noah, like we found out earlier today.
That's fucking wild. And Io Sky is going to Marigold.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're about to be putting on some fucking bangers, man.
Listen,
my!
I Triple H said that Forbidden Door is a stupid term. The Pro Wrestling Twitter, for some reason, is calling it the Prohibited Portal now, and I'm all for that. And I think the Prohibited Portal is wide open because, I mean, by the time this episode comes out, I assume Joe Hendry has shown up in NXT. If he hasn't, I'm very sad, but if he has, I'm very happy. Wait. But like, man, I really hope this is something that's not like, oh, well, AEW is doing their Forbidden Doors, so we're going to do ours too. I hope that this is just a thing now. That just WWE wrestlers that have, these experiences elsewhere, I hope that they're just able to talk about them. Even on the pre-show, Kevin Owens was talking about like indie matches that he's had. And they're talking, like openly talking about like when AJ was in TNA, and they're talking about, like they're bringing all of this stuff up. And like WWE wrestlers are now able to stand on what they've done in indie companies. And I hope that they just allow themselves and that they allow their wrestlers to just go and work with other companies. Because they would be stupid not to. I mean, just the fact that WWE and TNA are working together. And by the way, if you're wondering, so far, I made a joke about it last week, but it did come true. So far, the trade between WWE and TNA has been Jordan Grace for Tatum Paxley, which, again, not an equivalent exchange. But I'm hoping
little lopsided.
I'm hoping that if this partnership is if it goes on a little bit longer, maybe we can send more people over. And credit where credit's due. TNA had a pay-per-view the same weekend that WWE had a pay-per-view. So, maybe they just couldn't get the schedules to line up for that. But
all right, real quick,
I hope there's more.
I'm going to inject the TNA minute because let me tell you, TNA has been injected with youth.
Oh,
they brought
baby!
Back Brother Nero.
Oh no!
Oh wow! Wow!
Oh god! Oh god! I think I just got 2 more wrinkles on my forehead. Oh no! Captain DUI still going, huh?
He had like what 2, 3, 4 matches for AEW. How many is he gonna have for TNA? Like 1 or 2?
Not many.
Well,
not many.
No, chances are he'll do 1 swanton bomb, blow out his hip, and
then drink and drive.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
No, I think he's finally sober, but man,
he's sober
sobriety
now.
making him look old.
Yeah, he's sober and he's looking
old.
He's making crosses in the woods or whatever. Wasn't there like shit? Wasn't there just like weird shit that he made in the like the last cinematic match that they did or whatever? Didn't they just
keep on doing that Hardy compound like that's a great idea. Oh boy.
Unfortunately, it is not 2018 anymore, man, because we have seen how cinematic matches can go, and the Matt Hardy shit was funny back then. It really was. It was very good, but now it needs to be something. It needs to reinvent himself. I'm not saying go full learning tree, but something a little different would be much needed.
Oh god!
Hey, hi!
Oh
hi! Hi!
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
I hate Chris Jericho. I hate the learning tree. And I'm not even saying that as like, he's a heel. I don't like him. No, I want to strangle him anytime he talks. And like I've legitimately muted AEW when he pops up. I just can't fucking deal with it. It's so fucking annoying.
This is the first time in a while he's actually made me laugh because he's not wrestling. He's just being an annoying asshole.
His entire character is that he's taking up TV time, but that's literally a problem, dog. AEW has like 50 people on their roster. They can't be giving Chris Jericho 5 fucking segments so he can tell some fucking extra from fucking, the indie wrestling school down the street how to eat a fucking donut from catering. It's so fucking stupid. It's fine if you want to give him one funny segment. That's cool. Give him a talk show called TV Time. But don't literally waste people's time. He's been wrestling for how long? Yeah. Sorry. I'm not kidding when I say we
almost went down Tangent Alley there for a second.
Jeff Hardy, man.
I know.
Let me paint you the picture of TNA's main event picture. Right, it is Moose.
Okay.
Moose. Then it is Nick Namath.
Okay.
It is Ryan Namath.
Okay.
Joe Hendry's kind of around there. And then it's Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Oh.
Woof.
You had me up until Matt and Jeff Hardy.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have so many people, and it's like, well, instead of putting them out there, we'll just keep them in the back for other stuff. And that we have secondary titles we can put on other people. Like
what?
Jonathan Gresham's doing a new creepy character, and they have him facing off with Chunky Puff Sami Callihan.
Yeah, he's like a Cthulhu monster, right?
Chunky Puff.
Yeah, and Sami Callahan's doing like 2004 Bam Margera for Jackass.
Nice.
That's what they're doing.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, well,
oh boy.
This is something.
So you're saying TNA is some must-watch television, huh?
It's so wonky. I don't understand what they're doing. I never do.
Is it worth $1 a month? That's the real question.
Yes, just because you're getting some wrestling and there's some good matches in there. It's just then all of a sudden you're like, oh, to boost ratings, they brought in Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Yippee!
Woohoo!
Watch the crowd go mild.
Man. I maybe who knows with this working partnership, maybe that's an easy way for the Hardys to get back into WWE. I hope not.
Hey,
God.
maybe.
Oh
maybe.
God.
Maybe.
Or are they gonna face the Dudleys?
No. Fuck's sake.
A WWE TNA AEW partnership. You would get the Dudleys from WWE, you get the Hardy Boys from AEW, and you get Edge and, well, I guess Adam Copeland and Christian Cage from AEW, and you put them all together, and you have them fight for the rights to Netflix in a TLC match.
The probably not portal is getting broken down right now as we speak, baby.
Triple H is packing it up.
Quaking it in his boots. Book it, you cowards! Book it. That'd be a weird ass match. How old they are right now.
My favorite part about all of this is when TNA talent that was in WWE shows up in it, when they cross over and it's, oh my god, it's Ash by Elegance, and they have to call her by her TNA name. They have to remember, like, oh no, we're not the same person, I guess. But I'm excited. I hope that this partnership goes on a lot more, and I hope that WWE sends some better people over to TNA than Tatum Paxley. I hope they actually send some real fucking stars over.
Because her and Jordan Grace have history.
Do they?
So
still
but So that was kind of one of those like, okay, this is easy enough.
But still, you can't
You know,
send
they'll
over
be
your
able
women's
to-
champion and get someone and get developmental talent in return. You have to be sending over. In my mind, WWE has to be sending over Bayley or Liv. Like in my mind, that's the equivalent exchange. Is you have to go champion for champion.
Actually, I think Liv would be perfect right now because Bailey's obviously going to get killed by Nia Jax here in a month or two.
Yeah, she's gonna get slaughtered at SummerSlam. She's gonna get SummerSlammed at SummerSlam.
Summer slaughtered. I don't think Rhea is ready
Summer
yet.
squash.
Question
I
mark?
haven't heard any news on Rhea.
I'm just saying, Liv. I wouldn't put Liv in anything spicy with any WWE people right now. I know she's interjecting herself into the Judgment Day, of course, but like getting her over to TNA.
Oh yeah, she is having something really spicy.
Fun. Well, yeah,
she's having Mexican.
She had and Irish.
Yeah, is she having Mexican or is she having Irish or is she having both?
Oh, she's not having Puerto Rican though. We figured that one out.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he is firmly not interested.
I saw the funniest tweet last week of Liv opening the door and seeing JD McDonough instead of Dominic Mysterio, and it was like a little demon monster from Courage the Cowardly Dog, and it would like Eustace open the door. He's like, "Hey, what is that?" And it's a little thing that just goes. Basically, that's what would happen. I have fever dreams of JD McDonough when I can't sleep at night, and the Benadryl isn't working.
He's my sleep paralysis demon.
I really is. JD McDonough is my sleep paralysis
standing
demon.
there with his big ass bobblehead.
His big old eye. He quit staring at me with his big old eyes. Oh my god! I hope we get some more layers to that tonight too.
Yeah, let's take a vote real quick. The three of us. Who do you think Liv Morgan's fucking? I vote for Finn Balor.
R-Truth.
Oh.
He's back.
Good for him.
Back in the Judgment Day.
Good for him. Good for him. That's good for him. I wish.
Right? He's like 60 now. Black really don't crack.
That's true. That man's been the same age for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Good. He looks just as good as he did back in like 99. Which is something that people really forget about, that R-Truth has been doing this shit for a long time.
But he used to be hit rapper K-Quick.
K-Quick, baby.
K-Quick.
You know who hasn't been doing some wrestling in a long time, or has not been wrestling a long time? There you go. I almost flubbed up my segue here, because I received a question on Twitter, actually, from my boy Zach, coming back again on his Twitter account now. Shout out to Zach, my man.
Shout out Zach.
Parlayed in perfectly to something that me and Era both have experienced together. Mike, I'm not sure your knowledge on the background, but we'll find out. Zach wanted to know, what was the weirdest wrestling match we have ever watched? Weirdest, wildest, whatever, however you want to phrase this. Basically, like the most not normal wrestling you've ever seen. Because I can.
And are we talking about just live or in general?
In general, overall. Because I know for me, I'd put cosplay wrestling up there. That was definitely an experience.
I've seen some weird shit.
YouTube is a hell of a place to consume your wrestling content, and there are
there is
wrestling promotions out there that I know that I personally have seen. And I'm wondering what you gentlemen have think. I will go last because I have my... Unless you want me to go first.
I want Mike to go first.
You know what? Start off... Oh, go for it. Do it.
I want you to go first, Mike.
Oh,
me first?
Yeah.
Mike first.
I was going to say, I think one of the best things I saw was the ref that was refereeing an invisible person versus an invisible person.
Oh, Bryce Remsburg.
Wait, excuse me.
Yeah.
Huh?
Invisible Man versus
Yeah,
Invisible Stan.
Go ahead, look that one up. It is
Mhm.
Bryce Remsburg moves around that ring, making those pin counts. Those
Oh, yeah.
invisible people were on it that match.
He has to put on pit vipers so that way he can see them.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Did he now is this kind of like oh god, who like Kenny versus the little girl, like that type of match?
Kind of.
Or just
This was put
okay.
on by game GCW. This was a GCW that did it.
Oh.
But yeah, that's definitely a weird one. I love the table spot in that match. That's Jackal.
It was pretty
They break a
fantastic,
table.
wasn't
Wait, hold on. Did you said they
Invisible
break,
Man puts
the
Invisible Stan
Man
through a
versus
table.
The Invisible Stan.
Invisible Man, they lean a table up in the corner. They lean it like vertical in the corner. Invisible Man throws Invisible Stan onto the table and then spears him through the table, and they break the table.
How did, whoa, okay. I may have taken some medicine beforehand, but my brain is, I think there's smoke coming out my ears right now trying to process all this.
We may have to do a reaction video to that. If you have not seen that, that's a good to give you an idea. That's a good literally 10-minute match. So it's not like it's gonna be a long watch along, but man, I feel like we definitely need to do that if you haven't seen it.
Wow. I'm hold on, let me pull up my phone right now. I gotta save it. There we go. I was gonna be recording some reactions tomorrow anyways, and now that is on the list, I am excited to I'm excited to see that. Now, Mike, now that was your answer. That was your answer.
Yes, that yes. I think that's a good starting point. You know,
it really is.
Starting point.
Because me personally, I've seen some wrestling matches in my short time on this earth as a 25-year-old man about to be 26.
Shut up.
And with unrestricted internet access from a very early age,
that's the key part in all of this.
That means I was able to watch a lot of YouTube back in the day, and there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to watch, I wanted to consume, and with a certain part of
porn.
it, nope, Mike, I said YouTube, not YouPorn, YouTube.
Oh,
it's
sorry.
probably on YouTube somewhere if you look hard enough.
Well, I mean, I think they're trying to do this whole thing where it's like, it's yoga. We're teaching people how to do yoga. It's just don't have clothes on.
You can watch porn at YouTube if you go to youtube.com/Jackal Joker.
Yep. Live doing hot yoga.
That was your butt.
It was my hot yoga, Mike.
Maybe the hot yoga is the friends we made along the way.
Hot yoga was the name of my high school gym instructor as well. They call him Mr. Yoga.
Hot yoga was the weirdest wrestling I've seen.
Shut up. There was one thing I always wanted to do back in the day, and actually me and FGK did do it ourselves, was trampoline wrestling. Nope, not trampoline wrestling. Say it with me. Trampoline wrestling. Hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Allegedly.
On a trampoline.
Hell yeah.
There is so many different trampoline matches out there because anybody with a trampoline that knows wrestling can do it. It's very easy. It's very accessible. It doesn't mean you should. I do not endorse, at home violence. I do not endorse that. Do not try it at home, allegedly, legally, whatever I need to say to cover us. But there was one match that I saw off of a trampoline wrestling pay-per-view, no less. Really standing out from the rest. We turn my attention to a little company called BTW, as BTW put on one night only, as I saw the first ever backyard trampoline wrestling ambulance match.
It was something to behold.
It was probably the coolest thing with backyard wrestling I think I ever will see. Now, of course, they were working on a budget here. They were working on a budget. I understand.
Credit due.
Mike, just gonna let you know now, not an actual ambulance. No ambulance was there.
Civic.
It was a Honda. It was basically a Honda Civic.
It was a minivan, right?
As it was BTW one night only with their champion RJS taking on the evil henchman overlord RTG. Apologies if I'm getting the names mixed up. I am not good with acronyms. I even still have a hard time remembering FGK, for God's sakes. I'm sorry.
Fire Gout
concussions.
They did like a knockout, drag out brawl for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was insane. Me and Arrow watched the whole thing. They spent a good chunk of it on the trampoline. I'll give them that much. But boy, oh boy, as goofy as it was, you know, because you strip everything away, it's still trampoline wrestling. I get that. I was actually thoroughly entertained with everything that I was seeing. And mind you, Mike, this was a whole pay-per-view. I think. Hold on, let me check.
Wasn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong.
This was an hour and a half long.
Wasn't there like a TLC match? Wasn't there like a fucking
multiple matches?
We watched the dude get put through. Oh fuck! What was
tables?
It? Did they use doors or tables? Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was shoot tape. It was tables, but it was like shoot like corkboard or something.
Damn, they were
like plywood.
Listen, working on a budget, but no, I mean, like it was legitimately entertaining.
They opened up with the tag titles. Mike will really enjoy this one. The challengers, Mad Jack and Mikey D, going up against Clevis and Fuckhead.
Dude, Clevis and Fuckhead are my favorite. I was not ready for Clevis and Fuckhead.
Clevis and Fuckhead caught me off guard. And I loved it. That was just saying, like, hey, we got these Beavis and Butthead masks. We can work with this. Clevis and Fuckhead. Got it. Boom. Done.
I want them
to
be on NXT. I want Clevis and Fuckhead in NXT.
Well, I mean, you know the WWE rules. It's going to be something like Clortis and Trickhead or something. They gotta. It's very similar names, but they gotta.
Trickhead is
different.
what Lash Legend wants.
Oh, Trickhead is what Trick Williams says to his girlfriend. Sorry, I popped myself for that one. Jesus Lord.
That was what got you, huh? That was it.
Yeah, out of everything I've said, that's what put me over the edge.
Yeah, BTW, man, that was. I'm just gonna say it. That was insane. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did.
Like the whole 10-man battle royal for a TV title with my personal favorite, Gabe Swoggle and El Basico.
Gabe Swoggle, yeah, Basico.
Basico. Not Generico, Basico. And then
does
after
Gabe
those
Swoggle
matches,
live under the trampoline like Hornswoggle?
I hope
so.
That would be so funny to me. He's got to. That's where he lives. If not, that's what. Hey, BTW, if you guys are listening, there you go. There's a bit that you can work with. Gabe Swoggle idea coming out attacking people, man.
Yeah, man, just hide under the trampoline. They'll never see you.
But then we get to some more wrestling instead of people just sort of jumping around on the trampoline. I was very impressed with the BES versus Comatose, and that was the TLC match. Was it Comatose or was it Comatose? Nope, it was Comatose.
It's Comatose, which is a cool fucking name. That's awesome, a cool name.
He even used the oh god, what was it? I think it was the 3 Day Grace song, I think. It's very mid 2000s pop punk type of song. So I want to say it was probably 3 Days Grace then.
I don't remember.
These guys honestly went on for an hour in a barn burner TLC match, just beating the piss out of each other. Honestly, taking bumps that I wouldn't ever expect people in backyard wrestling to do.
No.
So I was impressed. They did a whole like Tower of Doom spot with stacking the tables up and everything. It was really
insane.
cool. And any BTW guys, if you're listening, congrats with one night only. I can't wait to see what happens with BTW Mania. You guys got a fan. You guys got a fan. I'm there. I'm hooked. I'm in.
Yeah, BTW. Shout out. You can find
Shout
them.
out BTW.
What are they? They're at BTW Wrestling _ on Twitter, and then on YouTube, I think they're let's see here. On YouTube, they're at BTW 8136.
There it is.
I guess there were 8,135 other BTWs.
they had to really earn the right to be called BTW, and they got it. It only took them 8,000 tries, but they got there.
Now, as far as weird wrestling that I've seen a lot of weird shit. I think it's not necessarily weird. I'll call it unique. I've watched Softground Ugandan wrestling. Have you guys heard about that?
Oh,
SGW,
baby.
Ugandan Softground.
My God.
It's listen. You look at it and you think someone's gonna die, but it's actually all good because they are actually giving I think they're actually like an orphanage, they're all orphans, and they're given an opportunity to have somewhere to live and have a friend group, and so it's all good. Like it's a good cause. But I know like Jordan Grace has given donations to it. Will Ospreay, I think, is going there at some point. Maximum Male Models, which that's what I saw first, was the Maximum Male Models actually showed up. They went to fucking Uganda.
Was it Mansoor's mom or Mace's mom that donated a ring, right?
Yeah, and I think Cody bought them a ring. So I think their first donation that went to the ring actually went to like the lease on the land. But Cody Rhodes recently has been involved, and he said that he was buying them a ring, which I don't know how you do soft ground wrestling in a ring. So I don't know. But I think it's awesome to see that they're at least getting traction. And I mean, Jesus Christ, man! Like, I don't know if you guys have watched the. I don't know if you guys have actually watched it, but the match that I watched was the one with Maximum Male Models, beating up on a man named Lord White.
Lord White.
Lord White and his evil minions. They were I apologize. I don't know who they were holding. But I know that Lord White pissed on them. And then the Maximum Male Model showed up to save the day, and they saved the day by literally killing people. They fucking they went, hey,
shit.
There's no ring. You're gonna go into the fucking ground, dog. We're gonna save you digging the holes. And they fucking planted people. And they literally, when they hit their finish on Lord White, they literally said, let's fucking kill this guy. And they hit I don't know what their finish is called, but oh my God, it was so good. And like, man, you would think, like, you look at this and you just think it's going to be like just horrible, right? Like you look at it and you're like, there's no way that this can be good. Like, they're wrestling in literally soft ground. It's literally just dirt that they've dug up
on the mud,
and it's muddy, and it's they have, instead of ring posts, they have like wooden sticks sticking up from the ground and like yarn as ring ropes. It looks so weird, but it's so good. And you can tell that like these are people that just are trying to make the best of what they have, and it's awesome. I love it. So shout out to Softground Wrestling. I think you can find them on Twitter. You can find them at Softground UG on Twitter, and on YouTube they're just at Softground Wrestling, or at Softground UG. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean it's insane. It's so fun to watch, and it's just wrestling in weird places, man.
That's what does it. It's because people need to realize like you can do all this wrestling stuff and not take yourself as seriously and still get the point across, because for God's sakes, like you said, they were standing in a mud pit and nobody was wearing no shoes. They were just had like logs in the corners and just tied some yarn next to him, or just rope, whatever it was. I don't care. And it still worked. They were still able to put on a show, and it got the point across. Same thing with BTW. You know, they were just in their backyard hanging out, being able to put on a whole show, and it did the same thing as WWE does. I don't know if it did it to the same degree, and I'm certain some people would argue otherwise, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. Like, it circles back to CZW. We love wrestling. I love consuming different types of wrestling. Whether it's literal Ugandan orphans, people in their backyard having a good time with their friends, beating the piss out of each other, or two invisible fucking men I can't see apparently somehow breaking a table. Yeah. I love wrestling. It encapsulated
There's more than just the
me.
Table spot in there too. It's fucking.
There was more than just it with the invisible.
Oh yeah,
what?
We have to watch this. We have.
Oh my god, dude! It's just, it's art. It's a performance. There's a very, very good YouTube video. Like, Zach, I know you've said in the past where you don't know wrestling, but you want to get into it more. Oh God, I'll be able to talk about it next week because it escapes my brain right now what the actual video was. But it's like why there will never be a show like Monday Night Raw ever again, or something along the lines like that. And it just goes into such detail of the beauty and the art of the sport and why people fall in love with it. And that's probably one of my favorite YouTube documentaries ever. I'll watch it again sometime this week so I can bring my report back to the teacher and be able to talk about it a little more in depth this time next week. But that'd be a very good place to start. That'd be a very good place to start. If you don't know wrestling, if you want to watch more of it, why there will never be a show ever again like Monday Night Raw or something along the lines. Like I said, it's been a minute. Watch that, learn it, love it, live it. Come back to me next week. Tell me what you think about it.
Go watch Invisible Stan versus Invisible Man.
Yeah,
well, here's
too.
a good idea, because you just kind of brought it up. You know, I think if you want to watch, like, real reasons to watch wrestling, any AJ Styles match is probably going to be a great one.
Oh my god, yeah, easily, hands down.
Who are some other people? Most Randy Orton matches are going to be pretty fucking great. Randy Orton has always been a consummate professional, and that's like if you're looking for purely standpoint from like a WWE perspective, he is the perfect WWE guy. If you want to watch great technical wrestling, Bryan Danielson, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Go watch.
The man puts on a show and a half every time.
If you want to get hooked on pro wrestling, go watch Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. It's going to be the first result. It's literal anime. Like that's what pro wrestling is. That's the easiest way to describe it. It's an anime that's playing out live in front of our eyes, and we have the opportunity, you know, if the fan base is loud enough to influence what's going on. We saw it with the last round of WrestleMania when The Rock came back, and the fans said no, and they like forced WWE to change, and like that, you know, like that's the kind of stuff that hooks people in, and that's why, like, you know, Jackal, you said it before, there's never going to be a show like Monday Night Raw. That's why. It's always changing. It's always different. The Monday Night Raw that we got 2 years ago is entirely different from the Monday Night Raw that we have now. You know, when we look at a Vince McMahon influence versus a Triple H influence, they're entirely different. They're entirely different. So, you know, if you're looking for good pro wrestling to watch, just go on YouTube, type in pro wrestling, and start watching. Because guaranteed something out there will hook you. But definitely check out BTW, check out Ugandan Softground Wrestling.
Or
check out Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan. Or if you want to look at some actual professional wrestling, you can go watch CZW.
We
Combat Zone
wrestling, baby. East Coasters, go enjoy that, man. I know, Eric, you got a couch. It's gonna, cost me a pretty penny to get over there. It's a good thing that it's a free event, free wrestling. We love wrestling. I love free things. I don't love having to pay for a plane ticket or a nice long car ride to get to that point. So please go out there, go enjoy it. Enjoy it for me. Probably don't have the funds to get there right now. One day, most definitely. CTW.
Oh, for sure.
We love wrestling. All free. Love Park, right? Am I saying that right?
Love Park. Yup. It's like
Love
when you're watching something and you're seeing something from Philly and you see those red letters that say love, that's Love Park. It's like the smack dab in the center of Philly. So
wait, the place I went that said love, I had to pay money to see a girl.
Oh, well, that's...
Oh, you too?
I don't know where you went.
Oh, no. We didn't go to the Love Park, Mike. I think we went to the Love Shack.
Oh.
Damn
Shack,
it.
baby.
Oh, man. Well.
Gotta start getting directions better.
Hey, you wanna maybe we should go back there this weekend and we'll maybe we could take part in some free wrestling there, if you know what I mean.
It didn't feel free. I
Take part in the Love Shack.
No, because you're gonna Mike, we're gonna wrestle each other at the Love Shack.
Oh, right.
Jeez, come on.
Yeah, Jackal gets tested. It's fine.
Wait,
he's had his rabies shots
this year.
Well, that's all I had to talk about this week, gentlemen. Do you have anything else to bring up? Any other weird wrestling you want to talk about? I'm always down to talk about weird shit.
FGK at Taco Fest was pretty odd and bizarre. I'm hearing rumblings through the grapevine. The owner of Taco Fest maybe wants him back. Maybe we'll get FGK2 Electric Boogaloo.
FGK2.
We'll see how really weird that is.
24/7 I-95 East, North, Southwest Taco Fest champion of the world.
Yeah, coming back to defend the title that he got a year ago and did nothing with since.
Wait, did he actually get a title?
No. I mean, he got the title that's sitting on my shelf right now that I
that's the
rightfully won
Jackalmania
back.
title. Yeah. That's...
Oh, sorry. But if you want to go see him, too bad. Don't. I'll put it on YouTube for you. Don't give Royal Oak any more money. Please don't. They already have enough. They're good. I'll record.
I mean, if you happen to be walking by, give him a look-see poo.
Give him a watch, maybe a cheer. That's fine. But no,
really throw him off.
Ooh, there you go. Oh man, we could start his heel turn early. Hell yeah!
Jump the barrier and jump FGK. No, don't.
Well,
don't.
Whoa!
Invasion.
The views of Era do not explicitly.
If you do it, give your boy a warning, though. Let me get the camera on first.
Yeah,
for great content.
Yeah, gotta get some merch first, too. Gotta
get some merch first. No, that checked all my boxes. We talked about everything I needed to talk about. We got Raw starting now. Oh, shit, Raw starting now. Oh, we gotta go.
That's why I'm like, yeah, we want to wrap it up.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Well, if you enjoyed this episode, you can go ahead and leave us a follow if you're on Spotify. Also, if you've listened this long, it means you can leave us a rating. So go ahead and drop a rating. I'm not going to say you have to do 5 stars, but you should give us your honest rating. However, if you do give a 5-star rating, I try my best to make this a 5-star show in a 5-star household. I'm a single mom who works 2 jobs. So I'm working on it. So I hope that we are a 5-star show. But leave us a rating. There's also a Q&A up. Submit those questions. And then if you're over on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like us and turn on the notifications and do all the other stuff that YouTubers say. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't really know how to do a YouTube outro. But, just share it with people because that's how these podcasts grow. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff coming up soon with CZW. Some cool interviews, hopefully. So stay tuned because shit's about to take off. Like this is legitimately about to get big. If you enjoyed me, you can find me over at twitch.tv/EraV1 or at YouTube at EraV1Music.
And if you enjoyed the words that were coming out of my mouth, you can find me at your local Toys R Us banging on the doors for them to open up one more time so I can grab SmackDown No Mercy for retail price instead of scalpers prices. Or if that don't work for you, which it probably doesn't, you can also find me at youtube.com/JackalJoker or twitch.tv/JackalJoker.
And if you like me, you can find me on the street corner hucking for money because I need it. Very poor.
Times are
tough. Otherwise, watch their streams. I'll be there.
Oh yeah,
in the background, watching.
Mm-hmm. I'm just glad you finally got out of my room.
Oh no,
it took you a whole week.
Oh yeah, definitely out of your room. Don't turn around.
Oh no, Mike's right there. Oh God. No, he's not gonna. Oh, whew. Oh God!
I thought he was going to attack you. I was waiting.
Me too. Boy, oh boy!
I was on the edge of my seat
with this chair.
Oh my God! Oh, it's like his 5th concussion. Oh fuck! All right, I'll count it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Ring the bell and call an ambulance. Oh Jesus!
Oh, like the concussions. It's starting to add up.
CTG
when you can't spell your name anymore, that's
wait. Hold on.
Wait, are people still watching?
Guys, we forgot to talk about football.
Oh, fuck! We forgot to talk about football. UFL. Go, Mike. Speed round. Go. You're the only one that wants
that are super interested. The Birmingham Stallions are a 3-peat. They're the best team ever, and
Patrick.
They won 25-0 in a championship game. If that tells you anything about this fucking sport. This dumbass league.
That's why we forgot about him.
Oh God, I need the NFL back. I need something. College football, please hurry.
Oh, how many more days? Less than 100, right?
We're under 100.
Right? Oh, thank God, we're like under 100.
Oh God. Oh wait,
you got
Mike,
the CTE, but you could still do math.
Yeah, Mike, why'd you really hit me with the chair?
Yeah, sorry about that. I
gotta do what you gotta
got too excited. But also the big-legged kicker from the Birmingham Stallions or the Michigan Panthers, is now signed to the Lions.
Oh,
good job, everybody.
Oh, that's a good thing to end it on. Now I feel better. Besides this concussion.
Signing. Yeah, you can be concussed knowing that you're gonna have a good kicker.
Am I bleeding? I think I'm bleeding.
You don't need to know how to spell your name. It's fine.
You're okay.
Oh, man.